confront a church secretary suspected of stealing hundreds of thousands of dollars from the church where she worked. They said she used it on cruises and spending sprees on Amazon and Walmart. I take you through the allegations made against Melissa English and the body camera footage of her arrest. Welcome to Crime Fix. I'm Angenette Levy. You know, I don't know about you, but when I think about working at a church, it reminds me of my grandma. She was a church secretary for decades. She was devoted to the church, typing up the newsletter and printing Sunday bulletins, and she would never, ever steal. That wouldn't even...
But that's not abnormal from the church, guys. Anyway, today we're watching church secretary stole $570,000 per on cruise ships and shopping sprees. And this is not something that's weird to me. Like, how many of these stories haven't you heard? The pastor, you know what I mean? All these crazy stories from people going to church. A lot of people use church as a cover-up for their sins. They cover up their sins by going to church. You know what I'm saying? They can't get away from regular life. If you steal from a Walmart, you're going to steal from the church. You know what I mean? And it's easy to do because everybody trusts you. You're the church secretary. They don't think you're going to do anything. Anyway, before we get started, hit that like button, guys. Hit that notification bell. Hit that like button if you like it. If you don't, you don't. And if you like it, hit that notification bell so you know when I post another video. If you got anything you want me to react to, put it in the comments below. And let's get this channel to 6,000, bro. 6,000. Then from there, we'll keep going. We'll keep going. 7, 8, 9, 10 to infinity and beyond. Let's get started.
Crossed her mind. But a church financial secretary in Florida is accused of stealing not just a little bit from the church where she worked,
Florida.
But a lot. Melissa English faces a grand theft charge. Detectives in Nassau County, which is north of Jacksonville, say English used her position as a church finance secretary
we don't consider it Florida.
$570,000 from the church over 5 years. That is a lot of money, more than $500,000. The investigation into Melissa English started
That's not her house,
in November
right?
of 2024 when the pastor of Amelia Baptist Church contacted the Nassau County
I thought it was her
Sheriff's
house. I was
Office
like,
and said a new accountant noticed some major issues with the church's books. An affidavit claims that the pastor and the accountants confronted English, and she admitted to using her church credit card to pay for $300,000 in personal expenses. Here's a sample. The affidavit states, in 2019, English made a total of $2,954.07 in unauthorized and fraudulent transactions using the church's credit card. In addition to these fraudulent charges, English also used the church's account to make payments totaling $33,037.47 toward her own personal credit cards. Furthermore, she issued herself additional payroll payments through the church, amounting to $3,925.29. Altogether, English embezzled a total of $39,916.83 from the church in 2019.
Guys, as much as I hate credit checks, I think we all do. Credit checks, credit score, it's there for a reason. You know what that is? Yes, it's flawed. Yes, it can be racist. It was racist. It was very racist at the time. But the reason for it is to prevent, or to kind of, you can't prevent it 100%, but you can kind of get a slight picture of your risk. Had they, you know, clearly they probably did a credit check on her and it was fine. But the reason we do have credit checks, especially with corporate credit cards and background checks before they issue one, I know because I have one and I've had one for years, and it's to use to buy my plane tickets and anything that has to do with my job when I travel, right? I have they do those checks and they check your credit, because not to see how much money they can give you, that's part of it, but it's also to see how responsible are you. You know, if they see that you got a ton of debt. That's why they don't issue you credit when you have a ton of debt. Well, that's why they deny you. They're like, oh, this guy doesn't know how to use debt. This guy doesn't know how to use debt. Look, he's in debt for everything. Every time he gets a credit card, he maxes them out. He's late on payments. Or even if you're not late on payments, if you got a bunch of credit cards and they're all like they're fine on the payments, like you've been paying them, but they're all kind of maxed out. They're all like at a maximum almost. That still looks bad.
Now, in 2020, detectives say the amount that English stole increased. The affidavit says, in 2020, English made a total of $21,682.91 in unauthorized and fraudulent transactions using the church's credit card. In addition to these fraudulent charges, English also used the church's account to make payments totaling $48,651.76 toward her own personal credit cards. Furthermore, she issued herself additional payroll payments through the church amounting to $17,912.46. Altogether, English embezzled a total of $88,247.13 from the church in 2020. Now, in 2021, investigators appear to think that English became more bold, using church money to pay for clothes and vacations. The affidavit says, in 2021, English made a total of $26,811.50 in unauthorized and fraudulent transactions using the church's credit card. These transactions included charges to companies such as Amazon, Amir Tires, SeaWorld, Geico, Hey Dude Shoes, Southwest Airlines, Hyatt Orlando, New Skin/Pharmax, Topgolf Jacksonville, Enterprise Rent-A-Car,
she went golfing,
Rent-A-Car, and a helicopter flight over the Grand Canyon.
Oh my God!
In addition to these fraudulent charges,
she was like, "Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, God, for this. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to do this." Oh my God!
Also used the church's account to make payments totaling $60,612.32 toward her own personal credit cards.
So her cards were maxed out.
She issued herself additional payroll payments through the church, amounting to $14,691.17. Altogether, English embezzled a total of $102,114.99 from the church in 2021.
You can't think the old way,
bro.
This is completely, you've broken all the rules.
This is a Law&Crime legal alert. Did you know?
Bro, I have Morgan & Morgan. I'm sure she was married, right? Like, if my wife was like, yo, let's go on vacation. Let's do this. First of all, if my wife said, let's go on vacation, I'm like, yo, hold on, man. Where you get the money for vacation? Because we're saving this money for whatever. We got savings, but I'm like, nah. I'd be like, nah, we can't take that out the savings. I'm sure she'll be like, nah, don't worry about it. If she goes, no, I've been saving money on the side. Be like, okay, I'll believe her once. But when I see she's buying this and then shoes and then, I'll pay for the rental. I'll pay for this. I'll pay for that. I'll pay for that. I'll pay for that. I mean, I'm gonna question her a lot sooner than that. I'm going to do an investigation when she says, let's go on vacation. Let's go on a helicopter ride over the Grand Canyon, shit like that. I'm questioning. You could ask my wife right now. I question everything. Why are we doing that? How much is it? Where are we getting the money from? Because me and her pay for everything together. So if she just goes, oh, no, don't worry about it. I'm like, girl, you're a secretary at a church. What are you doing?
Melissa English's alleged spending with the church money goes, and I'll tell you more about it later on. But first, let's get to the body camera footage of English's arrest. Baker County Sheriff's deputies went to a house to arrest English.
Hey, how you doing, sir? Are you the owner of this house?
It's my son-in-law. Him and his wife are inside. They have a baby sleep.
I'm sure he knew.
Hey, how you doing? We're looking for Melissa English.
For?
She's got a warrant out of Nassau County.
Okay.
She here?
She
just needs to go see a judge.
So she's been on the phone with the guy.
Yeah, she already has a thing scheduled for tomorrow morning.
At 9 a.m.
They said, okay,
Yes.
okay. Like it's nothing. Like somebody comes to your house and says, yo, this person's got a warrant. I don't know. Your demeanor says a lot. How you act on something. Like, oh, okay. This girl already knows.
Nassau County.
the lead detective on the case.
And they called us to get a hold of them.
Yeah, that's fine.
She's already got a hold of them. So can y'all call and confirm that, please?
They called us to come
No,
get
no,
her.
they want y'all to take her?
That's correct.
Can I ask when this happened?
It happened 20 minutes ago.
Okay. Are y'all able to call the lead investigator?
We have a warrant signed by a judge. We have to take her in.
All right.
Otherwise, I can't provide for my children.
No.
No, no,
You
no.
get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No, I'm just trying to understand what's
Let
happening.
me,
So right there,
She's getting
the
arrested.
homeowner is questioning why the deputies are there to arrest English because she has an appointment set up for the very next morning to surrender herself. But the deputy basically tells the woman they were instructed to pick up English. Then they set out to find her on the property.
I just have a question real quick. Is that okay?
Okay.
Okay. If they said, hey, you can turn yourself in at this time, why is it no longer being abided by? Does that make sense?
You gotta imagine. So many people have told
I
us,
get it.
"Hey, we'll meet you there tomorrow," and they're in.
Like, girl, we're just a ride. We're just giving her a ride.
Yeah. Where's she at?
Well, no. They can stay here. You go handle it.
y'all come on.
No. Hold on. I have to. This is my husband's property. Can I just talk to him real quick, please? That back half's not ours.
Where is she?
She's just outside. Just confused why a lead investigator said.
That's fine.
I don't
Can
know
I-
how
can I
this
go
works.
talk
Does
to
that
her,
make
please?
sense?
So she's gonna have to go to.
Is that the father-in-law or whatever? Or whoever he is? Because he like, man, just get it together, man. I'm trying to plant my tomatoes out here, man. Just take this girl out of here, man. I'm trying to do my thing over here.
Our sheriff's office. She'll get transferred to Nassau County tomorrow.
Okay.
She'll see a judge. She'll talk to the investigator. The investigator might come to us,
Look at the dog.
but they're requesting us to come pick her up.
Guys, walk on.
Said that she was here.
All right.
I guess.
Can y'all walk with me?
Well, hold on. I just have a question real quick. Is that okay?
Okay.
Okay. If they said, hey, you can turn yourself in at this time, why is it no longer being abided by? Does that make sense?
That is weird.
You gotta imagine. So many people have told
I
us,
get it.
"Hey, we'll meet you there tomorrow," and they're in Tallahassee, going
Yep.
west on I-10.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, come on.
Yeah.
All right.
Where's
No,
she at?
just go with me.
Well, no. They can stay here. You go handle it.
y'all come on.
No.
Yo, he's like, yo, who the fuck you talking to? Yeah, bitch, who you talking to? It's funny. Shut up. Come on, let's go to the bank and get this chick.
This is my husband's property. Can I just talk to him real quick, please? That back half's not ours.
Where is she?
She's just outside. I can.
She just ran inside when the cop came
No,
around.
that was me.
that was-
That was
Oh,
me.
that was you.
This is my house.
Okay.
When I see cops pulling up, it's a bit.
Despite the homeowner's resistance, they agree to escort the officers to the building where Melissa is hanging out.
So she's back here.
Yeah,
Damn, that's a nice property.
back here.
That's a nice property. Oh man, I hope Melissa didn't. I hope we don't sing her deleting herself back there. It's not funny. I'm just
Not
saying.
like Swarmer. She's
Some people will delete
no, no,
themselves.
you.
That's a nice property.
That's
God
the hangout
damn.
spot.
yes.
That is
Is there
nice.
another door on the back? Okay.
I don't get it though. They got money. Yo, look at the table. They got wheels on the picnic table, whatever that table. That is nice, man. I try to do my yard like that. That is nice. I don't got a yard that big though. That's huge. You can put like 4 or 5 houses, more than that on there. That is nice. Ooh, Melissa. Oh, that's his wife? Yeah, hey, he said, look, baby, I have fun on the vacations. I never questioned it. I knew you were stealing shit, but I did have fun. I ain't gonna lie to you. But you're gonna have to go to prison, man. I mean, he gonna find himself another chick. He gonna find himself another woman. Alright. Yo, take the watch off because I bought that. She know where she's going. She better not run. Don't run. Don't run, Melissa.
Melissa, do you have your ID on you by any chance?
Why did they say I could just come in the morning?
So 27
If it's-
Georgia.
Well, they asked for us to come pick you up. You got to imagine from our tomorrow, and then they let's go on.
Can we do this? Like, and I don't know if we can or not. Can we, y'all follow or whatever? Can we take her to Nassau now?
No.
So there's not a transport deal?
Unfortunately, no.
No.
She can, if
No. No. I mean, look, I'd probably ask the same thing if it was my family member. I would probably ask the same thing. I ain't gonna lie, you know, I know nobody wants their family member to get arrested and go through the embarrassment and put in handcuffs. But listen, that family member made a choice, man. As hard as it is, they made a choice. As hard as it is for the family, that one family member made a choice. And I'm sure that you guys knew, the family knew, because there's a lot of things going on. They're like, yo, Melissa, you a secretary at a church, fam. You're not secretary of state. You're secretary at a church. You know what I'm saying? And we taking helicopter rides over the Grand Canyon? Bitch.
she's gonna bond out tomorrow. Is to my
That
understanding,
was the
she
idea.
can still bond out
Okay.
with us.
Do I need to let the bail bondsman know that I'm now in Baker County?
You can if you're gonna
Can
go
she
to the
call
same
him,
bonds.
please?
They can let the bail bondsman know.
10-15 minutes.
Save all the phone numbers. Just attorney, bondsman, whatever.
Watson is the detective.
Okay.
So,
We appreciate you guys helping us out. And
Yeah.
we'll
we'll help out as much as possible, but there's only so much we can do. So.
I've had like one speeding ticket. I've never been in any kind of trouble, so
The deputies explained to Melissa English that she may be processed and released after posting bail. She may not even have to change into a jail jumpsuit. But her family, they still have a lot of questions.
How is there a bond if she hasn't went to court?
They still preset bonds.
It's a preset bond.
Yeah, it all depends on the charges
It
and
all
all
depends
that.
on the charges you get.
Or was a bond set by a judge at the
Yeah.
time?
It was a bond set by the judge at the time that this all happened.
Listen, man. And this isn't a black and white thing. Look how peaceful and calm the police are. But then again, they're not really getting rowdy. They're just asking questions. This isn't a black and white thing. This is a class thing, the class level. So I think it would be the same if this was, because this family look like they got money. They look like they got money. I don't care what anybody says. Look at them. They got money. Look at that property. They got money. They got money. To have a property like that, you gotta have money. Meaning whether it's the families all pulling in together to all live in that big ass property or whatever, they got money. If this was a black family with money, it'd still be the same. It's the money. At that point, it's not even the skin anymore. It's the money. You know what I mean? They got money. So the cops know not to act crazy when there's money. You know, when somebody with money, you don't act crazy because they got the best lawyers in the world. They got all that shit. You know, these people got money. Granted, they are not acting crazy. They're not acting crazy. If they were, they probably would have slammed their ass on the ground too. I believe they would. But they are very calm. They're very calm. I'm not used to seeing them like this. You know, at this point in the video, somebody should have got slammed already.
So when
3
we get
times.
the warrant signed, sometimes they'll say no
somebody
bond
called
or
and said she was here, and if she has a warrant, they have the right to come get her. It doesn't matter. I know. Okay, let me call you back.
Another thing, the family knew. Look how they react. Look, they already know there's bonds. They already know that something's wrong. They already know probably what it is. They already know she stole shit. So now I'm not saying they knew from the beginning, but I would think they would. Even though they got money, I would think they would. You know what happens a lot of times with people when you live in a certain level? You live in a certain level, right? Like when you live at a rich level, right? I think it is more likely, more likely for you to commit a crime when you find yourself falling from that level, when you find yourself in financial hardship. You're no longer at that level. You could just take vacations whenever you want and do this, that, and the third, because you're used to living that lifestyle. So the minute you come across a chance to be able to get some money to continue that lifestyle, you're going to take it. Whether it's selling drugs, whether it's stealing from the church, stealing whatever you can, doing something illegal to get that, I think you're going to do. It's more likely because you're already used to living a certain way, and you don't want to get away from that. That's why always live below your means is a philosophy that I live by. Always live below your means. I don't have any car payments. I have one new car, but it was the most inexpensive car in the lot, the Honda Civic that I bought for my wife last year, 2024 Honda Civic, and she picked the most basic one on the lot. I think it was the cheapest Honda that Honda put out that year. I'm talking about that, the one she got. It was the cheapest one. That one that's in our driveway is the cheapest one. It was like $27,000, brand new, with the plastic still on it. And I paid cash. And because I was like, nah, I don't want no car payments, nothing like that. All my cars I got a 2007, 2004. I got a lot of cars, but they're all old. 2007, 2004. I got a 2003, 2011. You know what I mean? I got 2 houses, yes, but I got one rented, and then the one I live in now. We try not to. Can we do a little more? Yes, we can, than what we did before when we were really, really struggling. We were blessed to be able to move forward, but still living below the means. You know what I mean? Still maintaining a level below, because a level or two below, because you never know. Anything can happen anytime, especially in this economy and all anything going on. You never know when you fall from grace. It could happen, and you don't want to find yourself in a situation like this lady. I don't know if that's a situation where she was going through some financial struggle. She looks like she lives very well, and then all of a sudden, oh my God, maybe her husband lost her job, blah blah blah, his job. So she, they want to maintain appearances, blah blah blah. You know how it is, man.
Bye.
Does she think arguing's helping anything right now?
No, she's just confused. She said, well, she had a thing for tomorrow, and I said, I know, but it doesn't matter.
And
We do understand that. However, if we get a call and we make contact with the individual who has the warrant,
Yeah, they got 3 cops for her ass.
yeah,
that's the only thing.
that and like I
I think,
say,
actually, there's one in the
when
car.
they
4
told us
cops.
it wasn't like she has a meeting at 9 a.m. Just want to confirm. It was, you're potentially here. Please go check.
Then Melissa English tells the deputies she is not one bit happy that her face was blasted all over the sheriff's office Facebook page on a wanted poster.
What the hell you want? You ain't special. You stole over 100,000.
Even when your room is 80 degrees, your bed can be 55. That's the pod.
That's
Cooling
awesome.
cover
That's what
that
Melissa
fits-
needs.
When they told us it wasn't.
You're
like
not
she
special,
has a
Melissa.
meeting at 9 a.m. Just want to confirm. It was, you're potentially here. Please go check.
Yeah, your face gonna be blasted. The hell?
That's probably my dumb fault because I know
You stole
what
money?
I told her before, and I told the lady where I was.
That's your
When I
fault
called-
because you stole
when I
money.
saw the poster,
That's why it's your
so-
fault. Not because you told a lady nothing. It's your fault because you
I
stole
told her
money.
my daughter's house.
Hello. Hey.
10-4. 310, I'll have her 10-15.
Huh?
The Facebook thing's crazy.
Take-
Like, if we were like, literally like Bonnie and Clyde, wouldn't we have seen the Facebook thing and then just hauled ass? Like, we would have gotten caught,
I got them all.
but like, wouldn't you have just showed up at the house and taken this?
Stop, guy. You're not special. You're not special. Your wife stole over $500,000. What the hell you think they're gonna do? You lucky that wasn't in Polk County, because this sheriff here, you lucky it wasn't in Polk County. You would have stole $500,000. I mean, I don't think you would have got that far in Polk County, but you still have over $500,000 in Polk County. That sheriff himself coming for you, and he's He's coming for you. He's taking you.
Taking her to jail. Like, you knew her address. You knew where she lived. Like, the Facebook thing's crazy.
It's not crazy. Shut up.
And no
Shut
one
up.
contacted me. Like,
So there was, like, on the sheriff's office page, they put the wanted thing out.
that's
Yeah.
how I found out. I got on Facebook just hanging out here with her earlier and saw my face on a wanted poster. And, like, so I called
There's
the
like a
number and said,
$3,000 thing, so we've
But
been
Nassau
here
can't
because
come here.
people have been at our house.
$3,000. I would have turned your ass in.
But you could, so we live in Camden
I live in
County.
Camden County. Yeah.
So like they couldn't have called the sheriff's office in Camden County and just said, here's where she lives.
They could have.
That's crazy. The Facebook thing's crazy.
So now-
Andrew probably could already been out to that.
So that's not her house?
Yeah.
I mean, I was there until just when I came here, but the crazy thing is now all these crazy people think they're going to get $3,000 reward because I'm on the run or something, and they're like sending pictures of my house like on all these rants and race pages and stuff. Like, I have children. Nobody thinks about that. Like, I'm not some.
Shut the fuck up. Did you think about your children when you stole all that money? When you were stealing money?
No, like, my children damn sure don't.
I can only speak about like what we do for Baker, and usually if we do anything on our Facebook, it's usually reaching out to try to identify somebody.
We don't.
It posted it said wanted, like there's a $3,000 reward. I'm like,
Not just wanted. It says
I'm like,
most wanted.
how about try contacting me first? I would have gladly come in rather than have this.
Melissa English eventually agrees to go with the deputies, and they don't even put her in handcuffs. She's pretty lucky.
Yo, dumb criminals will actually do, you know, like the regular criminal stuff. I mean, criminal. This is highly criminal. Are funny, but white collar criminals are just as funny. There's a white collar crime, I guess. I consider white collar crime, and it's just hilarious to me, man. It was hilarious how nonchalant about it they try to be. Yeah, I stole $500 million from people. Stole over, 500,000. I stole almost $1 million from these people who came here for their faith. Yeah, I did that, but guys, you should have just called me. I would have just came in. You have to put that on Facebook. Jesus, what's going on here? Let's not get crazy. You know what I mean?
Lucky.
And if you remain cool, calm, and collective, we won't cuff you up and all that
Things are
stuff.
claustrophobic as hell.
Especially in front of kids, we try not to do that.
Yeah.
Unless you make us.
3-year-old, almost
7,
1-year-old, but
10,
the 8-year-old knows a lot.
So here, Melissa is taken into custody.
This app pays your bills now and you pay back later. Turn big bills into 4 manageable payments.
You still have your ID on you?
I do. It's in my pocket.
All right, that's the only thing. You just have to leave the chapstick just
Yeah.
out of the reach of the kids.
I'm gonna die without
Yeah,
that.
I'm reaching the kids.
And you'll go with a step to your right.
Go ahead, turn off.
You're good. You're good.
You will have zero problems with claustrophobic.
Let her have a seat. We're good. We're good.
And come right back.
I 50. Don't make me go there. You know I'm usually on the side. I'm usually very pro police, but come on. You're giving away too many chances. This woman stole $500,000. And you guys are being I understand she's cooperating and shit, but you're being way too goddamn nice with her. Put them damn cuffs on her. Set an example. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, had this been in Polk County, this sheriff don't give a fuck who you are. He's putting them cuffs on you. He doesn't care how you getting the same treatment everybody else who breaks the law is. You break the law, you break the law. Just because you break the law and then you're nice about it doesn't mean shit. You break the law, you break the law. You know what I mean?
Just please stay on the bell box. It's in my text. Okay.
I can't, they're taking her.
Because they do that with her, they got to do that with everybody else.
100,000, 10,000, 10%. Can I hug her real quick?
Yep. So let's get back to more of what detectives say Melissa English stole from the church. Earlier, we left off at 2021, but detectives say in 2022, English used church money to buy things at Walmart, Amazon, Progressive Insurance, and Airbnb, Carnival Cruise Lines, Courtyard by Marriott, and concert tickets. In addition to these fraudulent charges,
if you're gonna steal money, at least go big. Why you go to Carnival?
English also used the church's account to make payments totaling $99,876.05 toward her personal credit cards. Furthermore, she issued herself additional payroll payments through the church amounting to $1,666.
Damn. Do you see the irony in what she paid herself? 666.
67 cents. Altogether, English embezzled a total of $124,922.34 from the church in 2022. Now, the following year, the detectives say the amount was around the same. Detectives wrote, English made a total of $11,738.86 in unauthorized and fraudulent transactions using the church's credit card. These transactions included charges to companies such as Amazon, Georgia Power, Venmo, Hampton Inn, Progressive Insurance, and Walmart. In addition to these fraudulent charges, English also used the church's account to make payments totaling $112,072.03 toward her own personal credit cards. Altogether, English embezzled a total of $123,810.89 from the church in 2023. And finally, in 2024, detectives said that English made a total of $35,213 in unauthorized and fraudulent transactions using the church's credit card. These transactions included charges to companies such as Amazon, Progressive Insurance, Georgia Power, Hilton Garden Inn, Residence Inn, United Airlines.
Yo, I think she single-handedly helped put like 2 satellites into space or whatever it is that Blue Origin does. Single-handedly. Just her. That's crazy, bro. Again, Carnival Cruise Lines. She's partying it up. I think she's part of the problem with Carnival.
Southwest Airlines, Colorado Rockies tickets, Major League Baseball, Cash App, and Carnival Cruise Lines. In addition to these fraudulent charges, English also used the church's account to make payments totaling $49,023.58 toward her own personal credit cards. Furthermore, she issued herself additional payroll payments through the church amounting to $7,696.76. Altogether, English embezzled a total of $91,933.40 from the church in 2024. Now, back in 2015, English had actually launched a GoFundMe to go on a church mission trip to New York. Now, there wasn't anything illegal about that. Melissa English was booked into the Baker County Jail.
Yo, how you got the nerve to steal over $500,000 and make a go motherfucking fund me?
And released just 2 hours later when she posted her $100,000 bond. This happened after her arrest. She has since pleaded not guilty, and according to the court docket, last month a judge ordered that her GPS monitoring be removed as a condition of her bail. Melissa English is due in court later this month for a pretrial hearing. And that's it for this episode of Crime Fix. I'm Angenette Levy. Thanks so much for being with me. I'll see you back here next time.
I normally don't do this, guys, but no, fuck this. She's white. This girl got off. To me, they're being really nice to her. I don't care if she's a church secretary. I don't care. You stole $570,000 from people, from the church, which is money that's given from people for their faith. It doesn't matter what it's for. You stole it from people. You stole this money. This money was not yours. I'll keep her ass in the ankle braces. Actually, I'll keep her ass in jail, but I'm not the law. I'm not a judge, jury, or executioner. I'm just a person commenting. They let her off too easily. I normally don't do the whole black and white thing. I don't ride that train often, but I'm gonna get off at the next stop. But in this one, I'm still in the cart right now, and I'm saying her little money having white behind got her all this leniency. I don't know where she's at now, but that's crazy, bro. That's crazy, yo. That's crazy. People with money, man. I'm telling you, people with money. You don't. They're not gonna arrest somebody who doesn't have money the same way they arrest somebody who has money. They also, you know what I'm saying, unless it's something like the P. Diddy or the Epsteins or whatever, but it's not the same. You know what I'm saying? It's not the same. Like if it was me that stole, like, you know what I'm saying, $10,000, they wouldn't be that lenient. There wouldn't be that much talking. There wouldn't be too much talking. I'd already be in there booked. I'd be in there for like a whole fucking God knows how long. It would take my family forever to be able to get, you know what I'm saying, to bond me out, all that. Like, it's crazy. Let me know what you guys think of this, man. This is crazy. They're all crazy. All these stories are crazy. Florida again. Florida. You lead the way. I mean, you got the most laws, man. I love it here in Florida. I love Florida, man. I love it. But God dog. Guys, help the channel, man. Help the channel. It's free. You don't got to embezzle nothing. Don't got to steal nothing. Nobody's coming after you. Just hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell. That's all. I'll see you guys on the next one.